Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. We're doing another breakdown, and this one is near and dear to my heart. You're going to see why. It isn't the biggest setup. We don't need the most amount of money, the budget, the crew. We don't need any of these things. This is just a really, really smart solution to a problem, and it ends up looking great. And spoiler alert, like, you could probably do this as well. If you have solutions this good, chances are you're probably not watching this channel though. But if you take this solution that somebody had and you make it your own, people will think you're that good, when in reality, you're not. Neither am I, which is why I'm also going to steal this secret. But that is Astera tubes in the shot, right? This is pre-2021 this would have been, where before it was a faux pas to have that many Astera tubes in the shot. That is what we're looking at today, a nighttime exterior, which you think nighttime exterior, you don't think cheap. But this one is done really well, polished, nice, easy fixes. The coverage is nice and straightforward to be able to pull the maximum that you can in terms of contrast and depth out of the images, and that's why we're looking at it today. This is a smaller portion of a much larger breakdown that is available over on Patreon. If you're interested in cinematography or stuff like this, you like watching it, cinematography, Patreon is the place to do it. And you can find that link in the description below. Many thanks to those that do support the channel. Couldn't do it without you. Okay, let's get into our look at a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Speak to my Astera heart. Oh yes, this is gold, right? Yes, please. I will have, let's see, we need 12 Astera tubes, please. 12 Titan tubes. Let's put them up there. Then we're gonna light this pole, and way down the road, we're gonna light it up back there, right? Just to add a little tiny bit of backlight, get that tiny light in. But look at the difference between this pole and this pole, right? Anything on this side, we don't want to turn those lights off. We don't even want to put up those Titan tubes. We don't want the option because we want all the level pushing this way. Now, if you have Titan tubes lighting this scene, if you know the tubes and you're familiar with them, then you'll know how much level you need for this. Don't go thinking, oh, I need an 18K down here, right? Well, maybe if you have the distance to put it, 4 miles or 8 kilometers down the road, maybe that will work. Or maybe you just get away with an M18, like a little putt-putt generator, because these tubes aren't really putting out much. So the more that you put out at night, the harder it gets and the bigger the scene becomes. So do yourself a favor and do less. Now, that choice to not run the Astera tubes down the side, the near side camera, watch what it does when we go in for the coverage. So this is a big wide, right? Big wide. Show them that they're all by themselves. Boom, we cut into the close-up. We got the darkness. Okay, we're gonna put something on the ground now to make it more flattering for her. Wrap this light around. This is nice and easy. Then we're going to create a little bit of depth with probably whatever this is doing. Why did my pen do that? Is going to be also doing that. That's the easiest way to do it, right? If you had a 12 by 12, you light her up with a 12 by 12, and then to the back, you can either net it off if you don't want as much level, or because this stuff is further away from the actual source, maybe it just lands on the perfect amount of level that you want from back there. But no backlight happening. Right? You could, if you wanted to, put something in a bucket back there and just have a low-level scrape across all this stuff. But that comes at budgetary constraints. Sometimes maybe you don't have the access to the tools, or you don't have the time to go out there and put it up there. So this is what it becomes. Little tiny highlights in the back, which is always nice. And then this is the important edge, right? This is what makes sure that it's not blobby darkness. Again, same thing. The best thing about this is the reflection of this line that's lined up right with his eye. Very, very nice. And this is a super easy scene to do, right? Very, very easy coverage because we're so close on them. There's no movement here. Like these, anytime you read these scenes between two people where all they're doing is talking in basically a static spot, this is a no-brainer, right? We've got the wide, the master, where you do the whole thing. You got one of each angle, and then you have the close-up for him. And you're not really changing anything between the close-up. Like, it's a small, minor little change if you're doing anything between the medium and this shot. Maybe you bring in a little bit of diffusion, maybe you bring in the neg a little bit closer, but really, really quick, right? Like, this could be getting done. This is one of those scenes where you should walk in and the thing is already built. Because on the tech scout, you said to the crew, okay, let's line the Asteras around here. Let's put the
the N40 way down the back of the road for the wide shot, and then everybody have stands and frames ready. Let's get a sky panel. Let's have a 12 by 12 frame so we can, for these singles, let's use the sky panel through the 12 by, and that's it. There's very, very little going on. Maybe the only thing would be in that reverse medium on him. It would be balancing this level in here, making sure that that was okay. But nowadays, that's like, okay, put a sky panel back here in the room, bounce it into the ceiling, and set it at whatever temperature we are out here, right? Very, very simple, quick way to shoot a scene.
Man, talk about a simple solution for what could have been an absolute nightmare. Imagining going to that initial location scout. When you see that flat roof, you hear nighttime exterior, you start thinking, oh my God, like how are we're gonna have to put fixtures in the middle there? How are we gonna situate the conversation around it? Where's the wide shot gonna be from? I see no positive things. This is gonna cost an arm and a leg to get done. It's not super exciting anyway. Is there any way we can just jazz it up? And then bam, the Astera tube idea hits you and you say, why don't we just do some architectural lines around here? You say, yes, we're going to do that. And yes, you're a genius. And can we have neg all around the other side by not putting up any tubes? Just natural neg, AKA darkness. Can we do darkness on one side? Yeah, we could do darkness. Okay. And then when we come around for the coverage, can we pepper in just some little accents in the background? Yeah, we can do that. You got yourself a movie, boys. Okay. So that is a classy little fix to a problem that could have been really, really big, which is exactly what we're looking to do, right? I want problems that look like they're insurmountable to be very simple to overcome. Okay, that's going to do it for this episode. You want to see the entire breakdown, check out the Patreon link in the description below. Many thanks, and we will see you in the next one.